Welcome back to Some Offense Intended. I'm Jeremy Robinson.
I am Mike Mick.
Um, we were supposed to do snacks today.
Yep, and it was my fault. I forgot to bring them. They'll still be good
Mike got snacks from some
from a subscription.
subscription service.
Yeah.
They're from some other country. I think he said Greece or.
Yeah, it's from Greece. It's International Yum is the name of the subscription.
Well, see.
I can't believe I forgot it.
That's Mike said that like Indonesia, China, and something else were the options for the countries. I'm like, I don't.
Yeah, I decided to go with Greece.
Yeah, that one
I like Greek food.
Yeah, and I think that would be interesting and delicious. Whereas, like, there's a lot of people that have delicacies or candies that are not
fun.
good.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, Lucas powder, for example. Candy shouldn't be fucking spicy.
No.
That's not candy.
No.
That's just spice. You're eating spice out of the bottle.
You should have something sweet. But speaking of that, I ran across somebody on Reels on Facebook, and his whole thing is eating spicy things and explaining spicy things and explaining, breaking down the Scoville units and talking.
Oh, good for him.
He did the latest one chip challenge, and he ate it like it was a regular, like it was a Lay's potato chip and not the spicy pepper chip. 5 minutes goes by and he's just there. He doesn't even get a drink or anything. He just sits there like, oh, yeah, I can. It's spicy, I guess.
Wow.
Yeah, I saw one guy do it where he actually put hot sauce on the one chip.
I've seen a couple of those.
Yeah, I'll pass.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like the greatest idea.
Yeah. Goes in hot, it goes out hot.
Yeah. That's one of the biggest issues that I have with it. Like, it has to have a good flavor to hot ratio.
Yeah.
But it has to make sense, too. Because I'm not going to, oh, that was good. I can't wait to be fucking miserable for 8 hours, minimum.
Yeah. Well, the thing to me is, like, people say to me often, oh, this is bland, it's not spicy. And I'm like, spicy's not flavor. Spicy is hot. I like things that, I taste the food. I don't want to burn my mouth.
Yeah, and then, like, but that's what I'm saying is, like, there has to be a good flavor to hot ratio. Like, not saying it's super hot, but for example, the McDonald's Spicy McChicken, that's chemical hot. There's no fucking flavor. So that's just dumb.
Yes.
Because there's no flavor. It's just hot. That's like the super hot Tabasco is very close to it just tastes like chemicals.
Yeah.
So
I'm just not a fan of spicy foods.
It has to have good flavor to hot for it to be even okay.
Well, when you start getting into Carolina Reaper and things like that, they're not going for flavor. They're going to make it really hot. Well, it's like they're trying to torture people.
Yes, but kind of. It's like IPAs. Like, a lot of IPAs were made to see, like, how bitter can we get? And, like, some of them still aim at good taste, and some are just, no, this is fucking awful. You're drinking asphalt.
See, there's some, I've been known to like a good IPA.
But there's a difference between a good IPA and, hey, we have the most bitter IPA. This is what we're aiming at.
But, like, I like Dogfish Head a lot. And they have the different types. They have the 60-minute, the 90-minute, and the 120-minute, which that all has to do with how much alcohol by volume. 60 minutes, 6%. 90, of course, is 9%. 120 is 12%.
120%, oh.
But I had the 60, I had the 90. I've even had one that was a special edition that was a 75. And when I tried the 120, it wasn't as good. Like, I like the 90-minute a lot better. It tastes better.
Yeah, because they sacrifice flavor for how fucking bitter it is. Because it's the same.
Well, they sacrifice flavor for adding more alcohol, and the more alcohol content, the less they sell in their packages. Like when they sold the 120, that was one bottle. It wasn't even like a 4-pack or a 6-pack. I bought one bottle.
Yeah.
But like the 90-minute goes in a 4-pack, 60-minute goes in a 6-pack. The 75, like I said, that was a special edition, and that one came in just a large, cool bottle. Like, it had a cork in it and everything.
That's cool.
But it was good. It was called Hellhound. I liked it a lot.
Here's how dumb can we get this fucking beer?
Yeah.
And that's the aim of, I feel like 80% of IPAs now.
The funny thing is like when I was bartending at one place, I don't know why we had this one random beer in our cooler because we didn't serve this brand. I mean, we served like the oil cans of Foster's, but we didn't serve this bottle. And it said Foster's Extra Bitter. When I first read it, I'm like, why the fuck would I want that? In what world does Extra Bitter a selling point?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the purpose of IPAs.
Yeah.
For sure, the purpose of IPAs is to be more.
The trying thing is, when I think back to that and seeing that bottle, I would have never pictured myself drinking IPAs later, being that they are somewhat bitter, you know. But no, I really enjoy a good IPA, but I haven't drank any IPA in a long time. The last beer I drank was on here, and it was pumpkin beer.
Yeah.
I mean, I've had whiskey since then, but no, Guinness was the last thing I had on here.
Oh, yeah, because the
pumpkin beer was before the Guinness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So more happened on Facebook Marketplace. It's going to turn out to be like you and fast food fuck-ups. So a couple people messaged me about a motorcycle I'm selling, and nobody's followed through. Like, whether it's is it available, or like, hey, can I come look at it? Or I think one person's come look at it, and he ended up getting a different bike like later that night.
Yeah.
So I messaged back, like, if nobody buys something after like a month or two, I'll just go through, then like, hey, do you still want the bike? And then copy paste it into every fucking message that I have about this bike. And then so I did the same thing with the truck. I did this, I did that bike, I did another bike. So this guy goes, he had offered me $1,800. I'm asking $2,900.
Yeah.
I was at the time. I dropped it to, I think, $26. So he offered me $1,800.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how about $2,600? And he never responded. So I sent, or do you still want the bike? And he goes, $1,500. I'm like, bro, and I laugh reacted at it. And I'm like, you offered $1,800 last time. And he goes, well, you messaged me, so clearly you're desperate. What? That's like saying you posted this on the internet, so clearly you're desperate to sell it. How about $5?
Oh, jeez.
Like, it's called following up, you fucking dumbass.
Yeah. You know,
like,
we used to. I did that.
Literally every sales company follows up.
Yeah, I was gonna say, we did that when I was selling cars.
Yeah. We'd
call people and say, hey, you know what? Your car's getting old. How about you buy another one?
Yeah.
Or, you know, different things like that. Wouldn't word it like that.
Like, almost every company that is off of sales follows up. Like, unless you unsubscribe from the emails of whatever.
Yeah.
Amazon will tell you, hey, you left something in your cart.
Yeah.
eBay does that. Office Depot does that. Babies R Us or whatever the fuck that new one's called does, like, every fucking website follows up.
I got an email about something I happened to look at on eBay recently. On Amazon recently, saying, hey, we know you were looking at this. Maybe you want this.
Yeah. Yeah, it's almost like it's a fucking sales tactic.
Yeah.
So I said, it gets a little better. So he's like, clearly you're desperate to fucking sell it. And I was like, well, okay, how about this? And then I just left the group, so he can't respond no more.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, but there's a reason why so many companies do that. Because it works.
It increases conversion rates a lot.
It works. Yeah,
it works very well.
But speaking of things from Amazon, as you know, I do play a bit of Pokemon Go.
No.
Yeah, I know. I hide it pretty well. But
do you have an hour tracker on how many hours you put into that game?
It's been a lot less lately, but
I'm not talking about like per week. I just want like a total.
No, I don't know. It tells me how far I've walked in it and how many Pokemon I've caught and things like that.
I think we need to know how far you've walked. So go ahead and tell this story, and then.
Well, they came out with a new device recently. It's a new auto catcher, which I like the auto catchers. They're great. You can be doing errands, you can be going grocery shopping, and all those things, and it just catches Pokemon in the background.
Right.
It's great. One of the things, I don't know why they didn't notice this, but a lot of people complain about the vibrating because you can't shut it off. And it can be loud. Me, it doesn't bother me. I don't care. I just have it in my pocket. I'm walking through the store, wherever I'm going at, and it just vibrates and lets me know it caught something. Yeah. But they came out with Pokemon Go has been coming out with these things lately that just irritate me. Like to get this research done, now the new device has a sleep tracker. I don't need Pokemon Go tracking my sleep.
What?
Yeah. At a certain point of the day, you're supposed to hit the button, and the light goes blue, and then it's got Pikachu singing a lullaby. Now, for some reason, I've never heard Pikachu on it. I kind of want to hear it at least once just to know what it sounds like. But no.
So, like, you leave Pokemon Go open.
No, you don't leave the Pokemon Go open.
Time.
You shut the game off, and you hit the button on the screen, and it goes to a sleep tracking mode.
Huh.
Yeah, and to get the research done you're supposed to do it 7 days in a row. So now I just have the thing plugged into a charger next to my phone in a charger, and I hit the button, and I go in the other room, and I play Zelda. And then later I come in, and I shut it off, and I go, okay, I slept. So
they're like, damn, this guy has the most rock solid sleep. Like, he doesn't toss and turn one fucking time a whole week in a row.
So I go back to it. I get the reward. But then I finally got the reward. I get this Snorlax with the sleeping cap.
Obviously, that was going to be the reward.
So then I get done with that. And the second tier of the research, you have to do, each one of them is how many days in a row you do the sleep tracking. And it goes up to a fucking month. So wow. I was thinking I got through the 7 days. I don't have to do this anymore. No, I have to do it for a whole fucking month to get this thing done.
Well, what do you think is going to be the reward this time?
I have no idea.
2
Not
Snorlaxes.
Worth it. It'd be nice if it would be a shiny Snorlax or a perfect Snorlax, which even a perfect Snorlax wouldn't be.
I don't think they can hand out perfects, can they? Because it's randomized when it fucking drops?
Well, they can give me a shiny. I earn a fucking shiny.
But they can't give out perfects, right?
They can. You can get them for like research. I've done it. I've gotten some perfects, but it is random. They don't just pick me and go, well, we're going to give this guy perfect. Well, they definitely wouldn't give me a perfect if they could. I don't know. I mean, like when it came to
I don't know if that answers my question or not. Still,
no, they don't just give them out. No.
Well, no, but like you can't okay, we know this one is a perfect.
Yeah,
and we're going to give it to whoever.
It's just random.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
Thanks.
So, but the reason I say if they did pick people to give them to, and it wasn't random, it wouldn't be me because the shiny Magikarp. It took me 1,000 Magikarp caught before I caught my first shiny Magikarp.
Wow.
Yeah. So
that's a lot.
It pissed me off.
I mean, I think I caught like 300 or 400, and I didn't.
Well, I've caught so many Magikarp since then.
Yeah.
Eevee, I've caught the most of.
Do you see how much you walked?
I'm loading it up right now.
Oh, okay.
But Eevee, I've caught the most of any Pokemon by far. It's got to be.
Oh. Because
Eevee is my favorite Pokemon, and last I checked, I had over 12,000 candies. Yeah. It only takes 25 to evolve them.
That's a lot.
Right.
A lot of candies.
Let's see. I'm bringing up my thing so I can bring up my stats. So for walking,
like 780 miles.
Well, it's in kilometers. Oh. It's distance walked 24,982.4 kilometers.
Hold on, let me translate that into American. So you said, say that again, 24,000 what?
24,982.4.
0.4 kilometers to miles. No, Jesus Christ. Google doesn't like me.
Yeah, I used to like Google.
15,523 miles. So I was half. My guess was half. And is that only the first account?
Yeah, this is my main account. Yeah. Pokemon caught.
How much of that is actually walking, though? Like, did you?
Well, I don't. It's like sometimes he'll drift on his own, but most of it's me walking.
Okay. And that's, when did Pokemon Go come out?
2016.
So in 7 years, you've walked 15,000 miles.
Yes.
I don't know if I believe that.
I do. Because it's always calculated. It's always paying attention to what I'm doing. It's got Adventure Sync.
So
even when I'm not playing the game, it's calculated where I'm walking.
15,500. Let's figure this out down to a...
Let me just mention how many Pokemon I've caught in this time too.
All right, go ahead.
118,145.
118,000. I thought it would be more than that.
Yeah.
All right.
Pokestops visited 101,745.
So there's 2,555 days in 7 years.
Yeah.
Divided by... Nope, I need to do that the other way. Yeah, Jesus Christ.
Well, the original cap for the level used to be level 40.
So you averaged 6 miles a day. I feel like that's doable.
Yeah.
But I mean, hearing that sounds like a fucking lot.
Yeah, it does. But as I was saying, to hit level 40, that used to be the cap, used to be the highest level you could get. You had to get 20 million experience points total. And from level 37 to 40, you had to get half of that.
Yes.
All right. Now, my experience points right now.
Are you level 40 yet?
I'm way past level 40.
Okay.
I'm on my way to level 50. And it's a lot to get to level 50. Like between 46 and 47, there's like 18 million experience points. Yeah. But right now, I am at 109,156,648 experience points.
I stopped listening to those numbers.
Well, it's over 100 million. And it takes 20 million to get to 40. So I have enough to have hit level 40 multiple times.
Yeah.
And, I started on July 16th of 2016.
Okay.
The game had been out for like a week when I started.
Yeah. So it's like 7 years and a month.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
Apparently I haven't walked anywhere today, though.
Fucking slacker.
Well, I actually did walk somewhere today, but I hadn't opened the game, so it didn't give me this week's reward. So now it's going to start counting for the week.
I have Adventure Tracker. It just does whatever.
But to get your weekly rewards, you have to open it. So it's still counted towards the last week.
Oh, okay.
So I was saying about Eevee. Let's see here. I have 12,566 Eevee candies.
Yeah, that's a lot.
I have caught 3,604 Eevee.
Yeah, so like 2 to 2.5% of the total Pokemon you've caught have been Eevees.
Yeah, but that's just how many I've caught. That doesn't even show how many I've seen. Like I've tried to catch some that have run away.
Yeah.
Which is weird that it's an even number. I've seen 5,000.
They're like, yeah, we don't care. He'll believe this. That's a lot. $5,000.
5,000 Eevees I've seen. All right, so I do have an interesting story. This happened in Costa Rica. I don't know what this soccer player was thinking. He's 29. He's on a bridge above crocodile water.
Okay.
And he decides to jump off the bridge. There was actually a picture in this article I saw where the crocodile was swimming away with part of his body.
Wow.
Yeah. And, he just jumped in the water. And officials, now these are really smart officials. They're on top of things. They mentioned that
he might be suicidal.
No, if he hadn't jumped off the bridge, they believe he would have survived.
Oh my God. Did they say those words?
It said they think he would have made it if he hadn't jumped off the bridge. I don't understand that.
That's got to be like a lost in translation thing.
It's got to be. Because
that's like, hey, did you know if you didn't drink that poison, you'd still be alive?
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, duh.
Oh. Well, shit, where were you 5 minutes ago before I drank it?
Yeah. Well.
Yeah, I guess a lot of people were there and saw it. It's pretty horrific to look at.
Well, yeah. I mean, if we're gonna fucking horrific stories, a lot of cop stories show up on my Facebook.
Yeah.
Of just videos of like what could have gone different, what could have this, what could have that. So, cops pull this guy over. They have him out of the car. He's at the back of the car, and they're asking him, they're like, I'm going to pat you down, like, keep your hands in plain sight. And he's like, okay. They pat him down, everything's going seemingly normal. And he goes, why did you give me a fake name? And he goes, what are you talking about? Like, I gave you my name. And he told him the name again, and he's like, yeah, that's not a real name. He goes, yes, it is. And, like, he, like, seemed super genuine about, like, yeah, that's my name. And then he turned around and booked it. Like, just started running from the cop. So the cop's chasing him. And it's, I would assume, like Midwest-ish because of how much grass is beside the freeways. It's either Midwest or South.
Yeah.
And so he's running forever, runs, like, onto a different, like, through the dip onto a different freeway. And he goes, the cop goes, stop or I'm going to tase you. So he tases him. In the middle of this freeway, with a flashlight in one hand and the taser in the other, it's like very dark at night.
Right.
So he's sitting there still tasing him, and headlights start coming toward him on this new freeway that they're now on.
Oh, shit.
Exactly what you think happens. And that SUV just absolutely gets rid of anything that was attached to the end of that taser.
Damn.
And you just hear a, oh, fuck, or like something like that from the cop's body cam. Like, that's Jesus, like what? And the tagline was, what could have gone different? I'm like, I can think of a fucking couple things.
Yeah. I actually saw a couple of those types of videos today. I saw Donut Operator had one again because that's what he does.
Yeah.
But this guy decided at a traffic stop that he was going to get out of the car with his gun. And he goes to shoot the police. He actually hit, one of them got hit in the leg.
Wow.
Another one got, but then he's focused on the guy across in front, and he's trying to shoot at him. The other guy goes around to the other side of the car. At one point, actually shoots this guy through the window over the driver. Like, she's there sitting back, and he shoots between her and hits this guy. This guy crawls out of the car. He's still shooting at the other guy. He works his way around the car and puts two in this guy's head.
Wow.
Yeah, but this girl, this woman, she's, of course, bullets just flew past her. She gets out of the car. She's screaming, what's going on? And then she starts.
She's just super calm.
She starts backing up, and yeah, it could have been a situation like that. Fortunately, no, semi was driving by at 70, to explode her. But
yeah,
she's like, what are you guys doing?
They blurred out the asphalt on that one, obviously.
Yeah, but then I saw another video. This wasn't whistling. This wasn't Donut Operator. This was like, there wasn't even commentary on this one. And this guy apparently decided he wanted to carjack somebody. Just pro tip for people who are out there carjacking: don't try to carjack an undercover officer. So this guy goes over and he tries to carjack, and the guy carjacking, he has a gun. Well, of course, so does the officer.
Yeah.
But the officer has training with his gun. So this guy gets shot. He's on the ground, and I don't know how this happened, but the next thing you know, the girlfriend's right there. Like, she pulls up, and she's screaming and yelling.
Well, she probably dropped him off, like, he's like, this is the car I want. So
yeah, that's kind of what I thought, too. I was thinking that.
She swings by to make sure he's okay, or like, I thought she'd be gone by now.
And she's trying to get over next to him, and the officer's like, no, go over there. And she just keeps screaming, it's my baby daddy. That's my baby daddy. And just screaming it. And they're like, go over there.
Okay, you're an accomplice. We get that. Like, sit down.
We've got the ambulance coming. Just go over there. And this guy's got a mask on. And then another part you hear, there's somebody in the background yelling, but that's my brother. Okay, that changes there. Okay, that's why. Oh, it's your brother? Oh, you should have said so. Come on over. He'll be fine now. The bullets will come out because he's your brother.
Yeah.
But at the end of the video, they were doing chest compressions on him, so I don't think that it ended well for him.
I mean, it depends.
But like the first guy was doing it, and then the other guy was doing it, and then the video just kind of ended.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I don't know where it was at. The first one, the guy got shot in the head twice. Obviously, he's not with us anymore, but that one was in South Carolina.
Yeah. I don't feel like the Carolinas are. I mean, I'm sure they have a couple of nice cities, but
It was in Charleston. Actually, donut operator says he likes that city a lot. He said there's really good food there, too.
well, I mean, there's killer food in the South. Don't get me wrong there. It doesn't mean Atlanta's not a shit show.
No, yeah.
It doesn't mean that certain cities aren't just fucking awful. Like
I've heard some things about Memphis.
BMW, I think it was BMW, called me, offered me a job, but they wanted me to move to North Carolina.
You mean Bimmer?
Yeah. So they're opening a new factory and whatever. So I'm like, no, but let me look at a couple things first, like cost of living, like a couple different things to see like how big of a change it would be, because Reno, gross.
Yeah.
So cost of living isn't horrible, but I found some website that has like reviews on cities.
Yeah.
Like you can just give a review. So one of the last reviews that was there was, so none of the numbers that you're looking at on this site are accurate. There are nowhere near enough houses, rentals, like anything for how many people are moving here because of the industrial boom, just like happened to Reno.
Mm-hmm.
There's like a homeless epidemic. There's this, and then the last part, like, so it just like shit on everything about it.
So basically, you'd be traded in Reno for Reno.
But it gets better.
All right.
Worse. At the end, he goes, and also there is a lot of AIDS.
Oh shit.
And I'm like, if that's in a review of a fucking city,
I'm out.
Yeah, that's a no. That's a no for me, dog.
Wow. That's a hard pass.
Yeah.
Wow. I've never heard of a review having that before.
Yeah, me either.
I mean, there was
I was already pretty much out, but yeah, now it's no thanks.
There was that movie with Nicolas Cage where he was Lord of War.
Lord of War was dope as shit.
I love that movie, but he mentioned it. He's like, he had to stay away from these girls in the country he was selling guns to because there's so much AIDS there.
Yeah. And I'm like, it's concerning that a review would say something.
Yeah, that's very concerning.
And look up a couple things, and it's like, that's fairly accurate.
Yeah.
Because I was just curious if it was accurate at that point. Yeah. Like, somebody's just saying shit.
I was curious about Tennessee at one point because they had a Volkswagen thing there.
Yeah.
So, but I never.
There's been a couple, but I won't live in Illinois.
No, I don't want to live in Illinois.
Like, I considered it for about 3 seconds. That's how long it took me to Google, like, new Illinois gun laws.
Oh, God.
But I think we already talked about that one on here, is that they, like, serialized handgun ammunition. And if you get caught with non-serialized handgun ammunition, something. I'm like, that's a no.
Yeah. Speaking of guns, I was watching The Simpsons before your last text, and there was the episode where Homer gets a gun. And I don't normally, say this person should not own a gun, but Homer Simpson should not own a gun.
Yeah, but wasn't it a revolver with a magazine? If I remember,
it was a revolver. I don't remember there being a magazine, but I do remember that he hid it from his family in the vegetable crisper in his refrigerator. Yeah. And I do remember Bart pulling the drawer out to climb on it to get up to the freezer to get some fudgesicles.
Yeah, and his toe pulls the trigger.
No, he pulls it out and he's like, oh, let's play with this. And they try to play William Tell before they get caught. And they were going to play William Tell where they put the apple in Jesus Milhouse's Christ. Mouth, not on his head.
Wow.
Yeah, and Homer has an NRA meeting at his home. And he uses the gun for everything.
He uses it for the gavel. I think I might have seen one of those clips.
He had a beer in his hand and he shot the top of it to open the beer. To turn off the TV, he shot the TV. And the NRA people were just, well, holy shit. No. Sit outside until the meeting's over. You cannot be here. Even Mo took a gun and put it with other guns to make one big super gun. Like it's got a shotgun with strings, with guns on the other side, so when he pulls the trigger, all of them fire. Which, of course, now he just made it a felony.
He just made a Zelda gun.
He just made a felony because it's any if it fires more than one at a time. I mean, on one trigger pull, it's considered a automatic.
I don't think they understand what these words mean.
They don't. Like when people say fully semi-auto.
Yeah. Well, and a lot of the times, so whoever labeled certain things aren't fucking helping the case anyway.
Yeah.
So, like, there's the name of the rounds of different fucking guns are like 45 semi-auto. Or like, there's some round that's like says full auto, and they're like, see, it says it right here. I'm like, that's not what it fucking means.
No, not at all.
Like, this is a cartridge.
Yeah.
It has a shell. It has boom boom juice in it, and it has a bullet.
Yes.
The boom juice is actually powder for
those people who don't understand.
Yeah, it's gunpowder.
Because they're gonna be like, look, they're putting juice in there. It's steroids.
Yeah, no. Speaking of guns, though, I went to Cali today.
Yeah.
I woke up at like 1 a.m. and because I wanted to go to Tahoe anyway. I was like, go super early so I don't have to fight anybody. And depending on what it is, like I'll just read, like find a nice spot, read for a little bit, have breakfast, kick it, jump in the water, do a couple things, and then go to physical therapy for my shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
So I get there at like, I think it was like 4:30, like super dark still.
Yeah.
So no, I don't even think anybody was open for coffee. Because apparently people don't need coffee super early in the morning.
No, that's more of a right before bed thing.
Yeah. I think most of the coffee places opened at 6 or 7.
Yeah.
But so I looked up and I found a beach that had free parking in Cali. And I'm like, okay, I've never been to the Cali side of Tahoe anyway. So I go. I'm not going to tell them because I like it. I'm going to go back.
Did you get lottery tickets?
Yeah.
All right.
So
if I'd have known you were going to go, I'd have given you some money and you could have picked me up some too. But
I thought you because you did the
yeah,
pool
but
at
I
work.
can always use more.
Yeah. I mean, there's always after this. So I go and like I have my lunchbox and everything, just like okay, and it's like 45 degrees.
Yeah.
It was pretty nice at first, and then it got a lot colder because the sun still hadn't come up yet.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting there reading, and then just like wildlife just starts chipping up because now the sun's starting to come up, and
well, they need to get coffee too.
Yeah, and it's super nice. So it's like there's ducks everywhere, and boats starting to fucking come out. Not that boats are wildlife. So I'm just doing whatever, and I'm getting up to stretch because my shoulder hurts. And like right when I do one of like the super tall stretches, there's a brown bear that was about 12 feet away from me on the other side of this like fence that's like
he probably had to get to his
3.5
boat.
feet tall. He was walking along the beach. So like every 100 feet, 150 feet, there was a break in that fence so you could actually go down to the beach.
Yeah.
Because the beach was only like 6 inches to a foot before the water.
All right.
Like super short, like beachfront. It was weird. So it's like forest, beach water.
Nice.
So the bear's walking along the beach, and like as I stretch, he gets like perfectly straight in front of me. And then I didn't know bears could like gasp.
Yeah.
But it was like a, and then like he rapidly ran like in the direction he was going already. It's like apparently I scared the shit out of the bear.
Well,
He's
he
like, I
probably
walk this way every fucking morning.
He probably thought you were going to steal his boat, so we had to go run back to get it. Or he's like, shit, I don't think I tied up the boat.
Well, I think brown bears are one of the ones that like you can do the tall thing, and they're fucking terrified because you're such a big creature.
Yeah. Plus, they're not as aggressive as say like a grizzly.
Well, yeah, like they looked super doughy eyed and like it didn't even scare me. I was like, hold on, I want a picture.
I wouldn't recommend trying to go pet it or hug it or anything.
So I very quietly like because it took like 5 to 10 steps, like super rapid, and then just went back to like chilling, walking on the beach. So I like quietly walked on my side of the fence line over and took a picture at like 5 times zoom. It was a pretty dope fucking picture. I'll show you in a minute.
Yeah.
I'll post it on the Facebook.
I've never seen a bear in person other than at the zoo.
Bro, it's fucking cool.
Yeah.
Like, I think because I know brown bears, like, yeah, they can still fuck you up.
Oh, yeah.
But I think it was the gasp. Like immediately when it saw me, it was like it was fucking terrified when it saw me.
Well, they do say they're more scared of you than you are of them.
Yeah, that's the first time I've ever fucking believed that.
But you're stretching.
Yeah.
You're not a small individual.
Yeah. And I think he would have been, I don't know, probably up to like midway between waist and chest.
Yeah.
Like standing on his fours.
Yeah. That's a good sized bear.
It wasn't tiny, but it wasn't big.
Yeah. But yeah, I've seen bears at the zoo. That's
I've
about
seen
it.
dogs bigger than that. I mean, not like weight wise, but height wise.
Yeah. But when they stand up, it's a different ballgame.
Yeah. But I just thought it was funny that like the audible, like the face change, like when it got scared, like you could just see it all in the face. Just, the fucking noise it made.
So you can say, "Are you scared of bear?"
Yeah. Yeah. I can't start a band named I Wrestled a Bear Once because that's already taken, but
yeah.
I scared a bear once. I don't think it's taken.
Yeah, you could just put I scared a bear. There's another episode of The Simpsons where Homer gets scared by a bear and he hides from it, and it ends up on the news and everybody are making fun of him. I'm like, it's a bear.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should be scared. It's a grizzly. You should be scared of it. You should try to avoid it.
Yeah.
Not standing up to the bear and fighting it is the normal response.
Yes.
Trying to fight a bear is not a normal response.
I just saw something recently it wasn't like today recently because of the bear incident, but in the past like month or two, Joe Rogan talking about grizzlies. Yeah. And he's like, I don't know how he could do that face that well. He's like, just the look on a grizzly's face. He's like, a brown bear, he's like it's normal. He goes like, the grizzly is like, he just like crunches his face up and like dead fucking beady eyes. Yeah. He goes like, it's terrifying. Like you can tell, like it wants to kill you.
Even when Joe Rogan does it, it can be kind of terrifying. I saw him recently talking about who would win in a fight, a grizzly or a silverback. Silverback gorilla.
Did he say who would win?
Well, they both had different opinions. I think Rogan was on the side of the bear, and the other guy was on the side of the silverback.
Because I don't think silverbacks get as big as a lot of people think they do.
They get pretty big.
Well, yeah, grizzlies are fucking.
And they're all muscle. They're just insanely strong.
Yeah.
But so are bears. I don't know. I don't know where it would go. Because the bears, the claws, you would think would give it an advantage.
You would think so.
Because that swipe, that'll fuck you up.
The only thing is depending on how soon, like who attacked who.
Yeah.
I think one of the first 2 or 3 moves would determine that fight.
Yeah, who has the initiative?
Because if the silverback can get his hands on the jaws and just rip the jaw off, it's done. Yeah, that bear's fucking gone.
But if they square up,
yeah,
and they see each other, and there's no surprise attack.
Yeah, then it's a little different.
But I don't know if you've seen much about what had happened to Grizzly Man, but I saw some of the pictures.
Grizzly Man.
Yeah, he lived with the grizzly bears. There's a whole documentary about it. He lived with them.
Is that the guy that like he had to have his face reconstructed?
No, this guy was completely killed. Like,
oh, okay.
These bears went in and dragged them out of their tent.
Wow.
And normally when these bears do this kind of thing, they don't actually like. That was
a mob hit.
Like, there was this unruly bear that joined this group, and he even commented on this bear that wasn't normally part of the like. He lived among the other bears regularly, and this new bear comes in and apparently was a rabble rouser because it caused some problems. And it actually, they don't actually, when they kill people, they normally don't eat them.
This one just devoured them.
Devoured big parts of it. Like,
wow.
The pictures I saw were just horrible. And I heard the audio. You could hear him and his girlfriend getting dragged out of the tent and being brutally killed.
Wow.
Yeah.
It was a kind of dark episode.
But yeah, he lived with the grizzlies for years. That's why he was called Grizzly Man.
It makes sense. I also saw about like 15 ducks. Like when I went to take a step over to get a picture, they all freaked out, which actually made the picture fucking cooler.
Nice.
So I'll post both of those
I was
probably near around when this one's going to release.
I was in Oregon at one point, and we were driving along the road, and I saw these elk, with the fuzzy antlers.
Yeah.
I'd never seen those in person before. Like in Nebraska, you see deer, but you don't see these elk with these fuzzy antlers.
Yeah, and elk are fucking huge.
Oh, huge, yeah. So I said to the person, because I was on a road trip with somebody, I said to him, well, I'd like to get a picture of these. So he slows down. I go to snap this picture. I hold up my camera, and I shit you not, every one of these elk, they turned like they were posing for the picture, like they knew it was about to happen. They all looked up and turned towards me at the same time that I was taking the picture.
That's awesome.
It was actually been a really good picture.
Nice.
I had another time when I was at Grover Hot Springs where we're walking along this field at night. It's dark.
Yeah.
We all have headlamps on, and we turn, and walking beside us is a family of deer just walking. They just kind of looked over at us and just kept walking the same direction as us. Just totally ignoring us. Didn't give a shit about what we were doing.
Yeah, I feel like most of the time that's how shit is.
Of course, if one of them was like angered by something we did and they turned and they ran towards us, we'd be fucked.
Oh dear.
Yes. Deer can be quite, I don't know if you've ever seen videos of people getting attacked by deer. They can fuck you up, especially the ones with the big antlers.
Well,
but even just their kicking.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah, the kicking, like, they ram each other a lot, like, whether they have antlers or not. Like,
yeah.
They hit pretty hard. It sounds like fucking, like an NFL snap.
I've been out.
When all the fucking, this shows how much I watch football or know about football. The front line, like when they fucking collide and you just hear the
offensive line
crack.
and the defensive line.
Yeah. When you just hear the fucking...
They say it's like a car accident on every play.
Bro, like, that's what it sounds like when deers fucking collide.
You got to hear it when I was out in I think it was in South Dakota, and there were some mountain goats, and they were deciding to...
headbutt each other?
Yeah, it was loud as fuck.
I'm sure that's even louder.
Oh my God, it was crazy. You could just see them revving up and just bam.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was actually at a petting zoo one day, and this little goat, everywhere I went, followed me around and just kept running its head into the side of my leg.
That's great.
I'm like, what did I do? I gave you all the food I bought. I don't know what else I could do for you.
He wouldn't shut up about goat cheese, and he thought you were talking about eating his mom.
I do like goat cheese, but I didn't like it. I had never had it back then, so maybe it just knew.
That's still disgusting, though.
No, it's not. So, have you seen the new TV series, Twisted Metal?
I saw somebody post something about it. I don't care.
I watched a couple episodes because I was curious. I liked the game a lot. I used to love playing it.
It is based off the game?
Yeah, it's based off the game.
How are you going to bait? That's fucking dumb.
Well, I don't know. But, I mean, it's not... so far, it hasn't been a tournament, but they've got some good... they've got a good cast.
But the cars were the fucking personalities in the game.
Well, he had Sweet Tooth. But, yeah, you don't really see him. You see his car, the ice cream shop.
Yeah, like, that was the fucking cool thing about Twisted Metal is, like, it was you were the driver of the car because the only thing that you did was pick the car, and then it had the car itself, quote unquote, had a personality.
Yeah.
And then that was the fucking cool thing about it.
But I always liked Sweet Tooth on the package.
That's just like fucking doing the Halo live action of one of the big draws of Halo that you never see Master Chief.
Yeah.
Is that you can imagine yourself to be Master
yeah.
Chief. The first fucking 3 episodes, he fucking takes his helmet off.
Yeah. See, that's kind of the thing about, like, even Stan Lee had said about Spider-Man. The reason Spider-Man had a mask over his face is because anybody could imagine them being him.
Yeah.
They don't see a race. They just see Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, taking the mask off of Master Chief, it's
fucking stupid. I didn't finish that series.
I never
How much
watched.
I like Halo, I did not finish that because it's fucking stupid. They killed it. Like, in a very bad way.
Yeah.
They fucking butchered that idea.
Well, I wanted to mention that, though, in Twisted Metal, the world's a whole different place. A lot of things went bad. Cities have walls around them. And, you can't just go from city to city. They're their own thing. And at one point, he's going to San Francisco. And as he's going in, I'm seeing, wait, there's a lot of homeless around. It's not very clean. Like, huh?
This is real.
Was this last week?
Is this
But
filmed on location?
But then when he gets inside the wall and he sees, inside the actual city, it's a lot different. It's much, much better. But like I said, it's got a good cast. The guy they have playing Sweet Tooth, they have 2 people doing it. Now, the person who's actually on the screen and you see him, and he's a pro wrestler. His name is Samoa Joe. Big fan of that guy. But then they have the person who does the voice for him, Will Arnett, which I'm also a big fan of him.
Yeah, he could be pretty funny.
But since he's got the mask, it's easy to dub in the voice because you don't have to worry about his mouth moving.
Yeah.
But so far it's been interesting. Thomas Hayden Church plays a law enforcement guy who's trying to fix everything.
That name sounds familiar.
He was in a lot of things, but he was Sandman in Spider-Man 3.
Okay.
Like I said, there's a lot of people. The Rosa from Brooklyn Nine-Nine, she's in it.
Okay.
Yeah, and that one guy, he's in Captain America. He's in the Avengers. He's got the wings.
The guy with the hair.
Yeah, the guy with the hair.
Oh, shit.
No, the guy, I can't think of his name. He's got the wings.
Hawkman?
That's it, yeah. Well, no, not Hawkman. He's got the metal wings. Whatever. Who
War
cares?
Machine?
No, that was, he had an Iron Man suit.
I feel like one of the times, like, when he gave
But he's the one who,
the suit back, he had his own fucking wings.
well,
You sure it's not Hawkman?
It might be. I don't know, because there was actually a Hawkman in Black Adam, and he had actual.
Oh yeah, Hawkman might actually be DC.
I can't remember what it is, but yeah, he's. Let me see, I have the name of the actor.
What is Hawkman in Marvel? The Savage Hawkman. Nope.
Anthony Michael. I know Anthony Mackie.
Yeah. Hawkman is part of Marvel Universe too. Huh. Apparently. Yeah, apparently Hawkman's Marvel now, also. Marvel and DC character comics that are similar. Bro, just let me... Deadpool, Deathstroke. Wow. Hawkeye, Green Arrow, yep. Green Arrow, Hawkeye. Jesus Christ, whoever did this is amazing at their job. Amazing.
So have you ever seen on Facebook those little ads that pop up that show the little 6-wheel robots from Amazon?
Maybe.
Well, a long while ago, I keep forgetting to mention it. I was actually driving home when I was on, I had just gotten off the freeway. I was at around, I think it was Virginia. And I looked over and I saw like a line of like 3 or 4 of those little robot car things.
Yeah. Just
driving along. I couldn't see like Amazon written on it or anything. I didn't know what they were for, but it was weird to just see them. I haven't seen them again since.
So apparently Moon Knight is like Batman and Wolverine is like Batman. And Iron Man is like Batman. Iron Man I can see because
he's rich. He doesn't have any
superpowers. That is pretty smart and like did his own thing.
Yeah.
That one I agree. The other two? No. Because they have powers.
They have powers and yeah. And Wolverine, he was there's a whole lot of reasons why Wolverine's not like Batman.
Black Canary is like Black Widow. No, Black Canary had powers. I don't know who the fuck did this, bro.
Doesn't Black Canary do a voice, like, use its voice?
Yeah. Ray Palmer, Falcon. There you go, Falcon. Falcon and Hawkman. And Angel from the X-Men is a similar.
Because he has wings. That means they're like.
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly. Okay. Yeah, I'm done looking at that stupid.
So if you have two superheroes that have hair, that means that they're the same kind.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I have an interesting Reno story again.
Let's hear
Wasn't it downtown?
No, I don't want to hear it then.
It wasn't far. But Sunday morning after was on my way home from work, I stopped at Walmart. I had to pick up a couple things. And I'm walking and I'm standing by the door waiting. Normally I'd sit in my car and just wait till the door opens and then I go in. But for some reason I got out of my car and I walked up. It was only a few minutes. And some guy over there decided, oh, there's a person. I should go talk to him. Yeah. So he started asking me about Gary Puckett. He's like, does he still play? And at first I'm thinking of Kirby Puckett that used to play for the Minnesota Twins and has been dead for years. So I wanted to be like,
any idea either of the names you said?
Well, Gary Puckett.
I was hoping you were going to say Gary Busey.
No, but Gary Puckett, he was part of a band. But I'm like, I don't know. I don't think so. Because of course I'm thinking of Kirby Puckett, and I'm like, well, in my mind I'm thinking,
well, he's dead. So
he's dead. So no, he's not. He's not signed with a major league team right now.
Wow.
He was a hell of a hitter, but yeah, even with his hitting ability, the being dead thing is kind of hard to get past. So
get back to dude asking about it.
Well, so he's asking me about it. I'm like, and he's part of the band, it's Gary Puckett in the Union Gap. So I'm like, I don't know. And then he starts talking. Then he actually starts talking about baseball players. He segues into, he's talking about, he gets to Joe DiMaggio. And Joe DiMaggio had been married to Marilyn Monroe. And he's like, I can't believe he married her. Are you kidding me? Have you ever not seen her? She was fucking beautiful. Who wouldn't marry her? And then he goes on about how she was passed around by all the Kennedys.
Well, I mean, probably.
But even Teddy.
Everybody has a past.
But and he just kept going on, and I couldn't keep up because he's going from baseball to the Kennedys to how they're all idiots and how Ted Kennedy had a car accident where somebody died in it, and I'm like, yeah, I know all this, and he got away with it, but now he's dead. You can't really get him for it. And he just kept going, and when the door opened, oh my God,
I just ran inside.
I made a dart.
Did he follow you?
No, he couldn't.
Damn.
There's no way.
What do you mean he couldn't?
No, he was
got no legs.
He was not a fast mover. And
maybe he just needed another dose of meth.
Maybe
he could have been in front of you talking, running backwards.
I made it straight back to the Dr. Pepper and then to the dog food and was on my way out the door. I did pick up chicken tenders because those were free. I had my coupon.
Oh, nice. Oh, yeah, the Tysons.
Yeah.
That's hungry. It's a good thing this is almost over.
Some people, they get a bad product and they're like, that sucks.
Fuck.
Me, I do something about it. I actually have a new charging cable coming soon. Because I bought a new charging cable, a C-type to C-type.
Yeah.
Because when I had in my car, it would hit the bottom of the case and it wouldn't stay plugged in. Like the phone would move a little bit and it would unplug. So it was pissing me off. So I got the same kind as the one I use in the house. Haven't had a problem with it, but the one that it would start to charge and then stop, and then start to charge and then stop.
That shit's annoying as fuck.
So I told them about it, and they're like, "Could you describe what's happening?" It starts to charge and then it stops, and then it starts to charge. And then they're asking for all this information. At the end of it, they're like, "Can you send a video of what it's doing?"
Yeah, with the phone that's trying to charge, bitch.
And at first, I'm at work.
Yeah.
So, and I told them all the information again, and then like, well, can you send us a video? And I'm like, well, I can't really record my phone with my phone.
Yeah.
Like, oh, sorry again for the inconvenience. Would you like a refund or a new cable?
How about both?
I'd like a new cable. Yeah, but both would have been good. But I'm like, I mean, I could have done it with my tablet.
Yeah.
But I was at work. I don't bring my tablet to work.
Yeah, no. And that's one of the frustrating things of, like, almost all phones. Like, you'll start getting pocket lint in the fucking charging port.
Yeah.
Like, even if it has, like, my phone has the little flap that, like, closes to protect it, you still get shit in there. So, like, every once in a while, or, like, if you never clean it, after, like, 2 years of having the phone, year and a half, it just won't charge at all, and you're like, what the fuck's going on?
Yeah, I had one where the cable wouldn't even really go in.
Then you just get a tack or, like, something super tiny and, like, just scrape in there, and you're like, how did this much fucking dust, pocket lint, and just debris get into the charging port in the first place?
Yeah, it's all pocket crap.
Because it's like, It's like the size of a quarter pile.
Yeah.
A pile the size of a quarter of
I
shit that's inside of there.
Yeah, I actually had somebody at Verizon do it for me because they have tools for it, and there was so much shit in there.
Yeah, I'm like, how do you fucking do that, bro?
Yeah.
Like, how is that?
Why do I have this much extra shit in my pocket?
Like, how have we still not figured out a different way of doing stuff?
Yeah. Well, they had those chargers where you put the magnet on there and it just magnets to it, but those don't fucking work for shit.
I've never tried those.
They work for a little while.
They also didn't transfer data, so if you needed the cable for anything other than charging, it would not work. And
in my car, I need it to transfer data because I'm listening to a book on the way home, or I mean, I could do it wirelessly, but I like to have the. Plus, when I have it plugged in, it brings up Waze immediately, so I can see, if there's police on the way, or if there's a accident, or sometimes it'll give me a different route to avoid these things.
Yeah.
But if I don't plug it in, it doesn't want to do that for me. Sometimes it doesn't even want to do that even when it's plugged in. I'll get a message saying it cannot connect.
Every now and then my phone will just it'll pause, like playing Spotify, just randomly.
Yeah.
It'll just pause. Like, device paused, and you can't play it with the fucking car controls. Like, you have to take the phone out and go play it. And sometimes it'll still go, so you have to, force close Spotify or just, open Spotify and then just leave it for, 30 seconds, and then you can lock the phone.
See, something that happens on my phone every once in a while, it'll be like, couldn't connect, and it'll have some message telling me I have to unlock the phone, but don't do it while I'm driving. I'm like, that's great. You don't want me to do these things while I'm driving, but you're going to put this long message on my infotainment screen.
Yeah. Here, you have to read for 45 seconds. But
try to take my eyes off the road to read that to find out what the fuck's going on, but I can't reach down and go like this to my phone.
It's okay, though, because it's the same as cops. Cops can be on their laptop fucking playing solitaire and just doing whatever the fuck they want. Granted, some of it's their job.
They can have their laptop, their phone.
Yeah, they can have everything up on and be active on all of them.
Yeah.
And it's okay.
Yeah.
Because they've definitely never T-boned anybody.
Never. They definitely
swiped or fucking hit.
They almost hit me, but
they've T-boned. I'll leave that story for probably another day.
I was driving through an intersection. This was in Vegas. Light was green. I'm going you're supposed to do. So that's a hint out there. That's a pro tip to the people who don't know what to do at a green light. You go. So I'm going through and I see, and then this guy, he turns on his light as he's getting to the intersection. And he's coming straight towards me. I'm going this way. And now, here's another pro tip. If something like this is going on, your reaction should not be to slam on your brakes.
Yeah.
And let him T-bone. Your reaction should be to probably try to speed up.
Yeah, get through the intersection.
Yeah, so that's what I did. And I avoided getting hit. No, a lot of people don't do that. That's how a lot of accidents happen.
Oh, yeah.
People panic and slam on the brakes.
All the time, with everything. But no, so a friend of mine was doing something unintelligent, and this cop tried to flip a U-turn to start chasing him, and T-boned the next guy that was behind my friend. It wasn't super close together. It was fairly spread out because of speeds and stuff. But yeah, just the cop went to flip a bitch and immediately just, there you go.
I remember one day I was in.
Wow, how do you fuck that up?
I was in Vegas and I saw this. I was driving past a police officer. He was going the opposite direction as me, and the way he looked at me, he did a double take. And then I look at my rearview mirror. I see this guy. He's flipping a bitch. He's in a hurry to get after me again. And I'm like, well, I don't know what the fuck is going on. So I'm being smart. I get off the road. I pull over. There's an Albertsons and a gas station right there. I pull over and I get out of my car. And I look over and I see this guy. He flipped the bitch. He's looking around. He's all over. He went into the CVS parking lot across the street from me. And he's looking around and you could see him. He's pissed.
You just stand there waving at him from the Albertsons?
Hello. He's just pissed. You could see him. He walked over his car and he smacked the top of it I'm John Dillinger and I just got away.
Damn, he got away again.
But then another day I let my roommate borrow the car, and he's driving down the road. He got pulled over, and they said that there was something to do with the car fitting a.
Yeah, they love using that line.
But the week before, the guy looked like he was definitely coming after to try to pull me over for something.
Well,
And then my car gets pulled over the next week, within a week.
But I know they love using that fucking line.
Yeah.
They love using that line because they can just lie about fucking anything.
But I just thought
that's one of the easiest that people buy lies. Well, this vehicle fits the description of one that we're looking for in regards to a crime, and that's all I can tell you.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, other people have fucking cars too. I get it.
Yeah, and it wasn't like it was an uncommon car. It was a Chevy.
Yeah.
Not like I'm driving along in a Bugatti and it's like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Because there's only going to be so many of those. But at the time, as I pulled up the intersection, the light in front of me was red, and I saw him doing all this. So am I going straight? Turned into a right turn real quick. Yeah. And I went and like I said, I got over there. And I just watched him. He was looking all over for it because I keep seeing him going around back and forth and stuff. And I see him get out of the car. Like I said, I just saw him just get pissed off.
That's amazing.
I'm just over there laughing.
And Mike hiding from the cops.
Yeah, successfully, I might add.
I play enough GTA. I know how to let my stars cool down.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe it was the dead hooker. I don't know.
Well,
you have to get your money back.
Yeah. So Greg commented on YouTube. I don't know if you saw it because I didn't even get a fucking notification. Normally it tells me stuff. He commented about filling up the cask with moonshine.
Yeah.
So I'll have to talk to him this week and
do that.
See when we can make that happen, and if I need to rinse it out again first, or fucking it's just like a cast iron skillet and just seasons.
I think you need to rinse it out. I mean, it's alcohol, but we don't want to taint the moonshine with the previous whiskey. We want to give it its own.
No, I'll find the instructions again and fucking read it.
Its own day in the sun.
I think it's right there. Let's see it real quick.
Yep, you had to search long and hard for that one.
Yep. See, there's a benefit to just like here, it belongs there.
Yeah.
Don't
forget to put it back where it belongs.
The barrel can be reused over and over with proper care. If you're immediately adding a new batch, there's no need to clean the barrel, but if you're switching to a different spirit, you may want to clean before your next batch. If you're not going to age anything else right away, store the barrel full of water and top off as needed, since there will be some evaporation.
That's angel share. We're not supposed to get rid of that. We need that.
All right, so I'll take it downstairs and fill it up with fucking hot water.
All right.
After these messages. And that'll be there for next time.
Yeah, that's what I said. Make sure you put it back.
It's in a slightly different spot, though, so I might forget.
You might not know where it's at next time you're looking for it. Just turn your head to the left. You'll see it.
Yeah, so if you see a brown bear, make yourself big. It'll... and then run off.
Well, what I like to do is I like to run up and try to give them a hug, because I hear bear hugs are awesome.
Don't do that. Don't listen to Mike.
I just said I do that. I didn't say to do what I do.
It's the internet.
Do what I say, not what I do.
It's the internet.
Yeah. Apparently I've been treating coyotes all wrong.
What?
You know, the high coyotes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I tell them high all the time.
I figure they're high. They probably want some snacks. Probably got munchies. Give them some Funyuns.
Yeah.
Funyuns is a munchy food.
It's the only time it's a food.
And then there's, have you ever had chicken and a biscuit?
No.
So good. They sound gross as fuck, but oh my God, they are so good. I haven't had them in a long time, but I recall liking them a lot.
Ow. Stupid bug bite.
The microphone you're talking in doesn't believe me either. It says, sure, it's good.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, hopefully we win the lottery. That'd be dope.
Yeah.
And, I don't know, follow us on Facebook and Instagram.
I'll get some new shoes if I win the lottery.
That's not surprising at all. Just buy one fucking pair.
I saw something.
Finally bought these ones that were $1,000.
I saw something. I have to say this. I saw something tragic. Whistling Diesel in his videos, everything he gets, he destroys it.
Yeah.
Even a Ford Raptor that was given to him destroyed it. But he got some of the Nike Air Mags and completely destroyed them. Ran them over with construction equipment and did all.
I don't know that I know which one's the Air Max.
Those are those Back to the Future 2 shoes.
Oh, okay.
They used to be 25,000.
Wow.
And he said he destroyed $35,000 shoes. So they've gone up some since then. But I've always wanted a pair of those shoes.
It's the price of a truck that he buys just to blow the fuck up.
Yeah. Well, one of the things he did, he took a Model 3, I think it was, and he put these giant wheels on it. They look like,
I think I saw that.
They look like wagon wheels, and he flipped it upside down and drove it upside down.
Looked awful.
It looked funny as fuck, though. But it worked. I was saying to somebody at work, I'm like, well, it doesn't have fluid in it. It's not a car engine where it needs, the gas and the oil and all that to not be.
And there is fluid in them.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not the same. It's not.
No, it's not. It's not 100% the same, but there are several different areas of it that.
Oh yeah, I know.
That require fluid and to be.
But
probably in a decent fucking.
But as you know, a 4-stroke engine would not run upside down.
No.
And you're not going to make a car with a 2-stroke engine because those will actually run upside down. Yeah. Like a chainsaw will run upside down.
Yeah. I was just thinking of like dirt bikes flipping.
Yeah, those two.
Okay, well, I don't know. Send a tear for Mike being upset that shoes died.
Oh. Wanted to have a memorial service.
Follow us on stuff, share it, and we'll see you next week if Mike brings snacks. Goodbye!